Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce 𝒖𝒕𝒑𝒐𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒄𕗍 video session 43. So basically in today's video, we will actually try to insert some of the lead records. So firstly, let me do one thing from here. Let's say I write select ID name from lead, okay? And let's see what are the number of records which I have, which is fine. And here also, let me select this one. Okay, so here I can see a total of 22, and in my external developer I also see it's very strange, but 22 records. 22. Okay, that's cool. That's amazing. So here, let's do one thing. Let's see what are the other fields which we have. Maybe from here on, so I can check what are the fields which I have. Okay, we have this industry. Okay, industry lead status. These are the pick list field which I have. Industry lead status and primary. Okay, industry lead status and primary. So let me select all those things. Industry lead status and primary. Industry lead. Or let me select status. Industry lead status and primary. Okay, click on export. Now, as you can see here, I have this agriculture, right? And also let me paste the same thing in my external org. Okay, so this is my external Salesforce org, and here also apparently I see the same thing. Okay, cool. Let's do one thing, because the names are also same, isn't it? I think the names are pretty much the same. Yeah, I don't see any change in name. Jack Roberts. Yeah. Okay, so let's insert a few records where primary will, or let's insert a few records of different industry. Fine. So first of all, let me just create a few records. Fine. So here, let me go to leads. Let me go to new. So let me write here test lead one. Okay. Company. Let's write any company ABC, which is fine. Okay. And industry, let's go for something like utilities. Okay. Let me go for utilities. And I think that's fine. And I will just copy this as well. Let me click on save and new. Here, let me write lead status 2, and company will be same ABC. Okay. And industry, once again, let me go for utilities. Okay, let me click on save and new. And here, let me write lead status test lead 3. Okay, company is fine, ABC. The compulsory fields you have to anyhow put in. And this industry, let me go for once again utilities. Let me click on save. Okay. Now, with this being done, what I'm going to do is, and one more thing to notice over here is, if you observe, because this is something which is needed, I have this last name as my compulsory field as well as company, right? So both of this as well as lead status. Okay. So I have this last name, company, and lead status, which are my compulsory fields. So when I'm inserting the records, I have to positively give these three fields, because if I don't give these three fields, then it definitely won't be able to insert the records. I think the same case should be here as well in my external developer org, because I know it doesn't change. Yeah, it's the same thing. So the last name, company, and lead status is something I have to definitely put it over there, just to ensure it, it generates the record, like the data layer recipe should run. Fine. So we already made one mistake related to that. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, the first part is, since I've created a few records, at first I have to run the sync. Okay. So this is my internal org, right? And this is my lead. So here, first of all, let me run it. But before that, let me also check if I have taken industry or not, because otherwise, again, yeah, that industry is fine. So industry is something I've taken. I will just run this full sync. Okay. So this will take some 1 minute, I guess, to run. Let's monitor this. Okay, one more thing of what I forgot. I think I've taken company, I guess. Or let me just check once, whether I've taken, okay, I haven't taken company, but that is an important field. So let me again click on continue and let me click on save. Okay. I think the lead ran successfully, but I have to run it once again because I just added the company. Okay. Company, and also let me check if I've added the last name, because last name is a compulsory field. I have to add that. Okay. So let me click on continue and let me just save it, and I have to once again run the sync. Okay. Otherwise, it won't be able to fetch that field company, and that is something which is needed to insert the records. Fine. Let's monitor this once again. Okay, this ran successfully. Now what I'm going to do is in this free session 8, right? I will again go for add input data. And in this add input data, what I'm going to do is I will select the external connected objects and let me take lead from here. Sorry, this will not be external. This will be a Salesforce object, right? Salesforce object. Okay, from here, I'm inserting the records over there. So now let me click on lead. And from here, let me take lead ID. Sorry, lead ID is not needed. I have to take the last name, isn't it? Last name. I have to take company. And because I am inserting the industry records, I will take industry. So let me search from here. Industry. And I think there was one more field I forgot, which is that it is lead status. Okay. So I have to take the status as well. So let me select status. Okay. And now let me click on next. Now, okay, I have taken 2 leads by mistake. That's fine. So let me delete this one. Okay. This one is not needed. That's fine. And this is my internal lead. Over here, what I'm going to do is I will filter out for industry. So let me just quickly go for industry, and I'm going to select utilities. So I think I have 3 records, and those are the 3 records which I'm going to insert in my external developer. Okay. So now let me click on apply, and now let me just click on output node. I will write this to output connection. Okay. And the operation will be insert, and I will take lead over here. Fine. Now, definitely these are compulsory fields: last name, company, industry, status, and this is the record which I am anyhow inserting. That's why I've taken this records. Okay, so whatever records you want to insert, the compulsory fields is something you always have to insert. Okay, that's the rule whenever you are inserting records to external Salesforce developer, or well as, or to any other external database. That's fine. Now let me click on apply, and now let me very quickly give the appropriate name. So here I will write filter on industry. Filter on industry. And here let me write inserting Salesforce external lead records. Inserting to Salesforce external lead records. Lead object over here. Inserting to Salesforce external lead object. Okay. Updating Salesforce external contact object. I should have written a proper name here. That is object, which is fine. And since it's about update, firstly, the thing is that right now, uh, updating also this doesn't make sense. I mean, even if it's updated, that's fine. I don't need to worry about it because already it's updated. So after running this engine, this operation doesn't make any sense, doesn't hold any value. Okay, so I am not kind of doing any changes over there, because you have noticed earlier whenever I had taken another object for which I'm inserting or updating the prior object, I used to do something on the filter node just to mute it. But here I don't need to mute it, because automatically the update won't happen right now because it's already got updated. Okay, that's completely fine. And here also I see that's completely fine. So now in total I see 22 records. So now I will be able to see 25 records, and the industry I will see utilities over here, and 3 more records will get added in my Salesforce external log. Okay, so this is my Salesforce external log, right? So now let me run this engine. Now let me click on save and run. Fine. And let's kind of go to the monitor screen. So let us monitor this. Okay, friends, as you can see, this particular recipe ran successfully. And now what I'm going to do, this is my Salesforce external developer org. You see a total of 22. And right now, if I refresh this, you should be able to see a total of 25 records. Okay. So as you can see, there are a total of 25 records, and these are the last 3 records which got inserted over here, which I inserted from my Salesforce internal org after, of course, creating those many records. Fine. So yeah, that is all about this. Like, I have taken the lead from my internal org. After creating a few new records, I have ensured that I run the data sync. And when you are running the data sync, you have to ensure you bring in those fields which are compulsory, right? Because while inserting, this is one mistake you shouldn't do, where you have to take the compulsory fields, whichever you want to insert, to any other external database or external Salesforce developer org. And from there, I just filtered out the industries, because these are the industries which I wanted to insert for utilities. And after that, I'm just mapping that for whenever you're inserting, the ID doesn't hold any value, because anyhow the ID will be newly created. But this other compulsory fields which are there, that is status, industry, and company, those things you have to insert. Okay, not status, I'm sorry, status, last name, and company. Those were the compulsory fields which we are having from lead. And this one, because I am anyhow inserting this new value called utilities, that's why I have just mentioned that part. Okay, so yeah, that's it about this video. In case you have liked this video, then please definitely do like, share, and subscribe, and we will meet up very soon in our next video as well. Thank you.